I'm Patrick, and this is Brian. Together we just got played. We're at the Cloak and Blaster in Orlando, Florida, and we just got done lighting some lanterns. We just played Lanterns, the Harvest Festival, and Brian's really not supposed to be messing around with matches or any kind of fire unsupervised. So join us for Lanterns, the Harvest Festival. Brian, tell us a little bit about Lanterns, the Harvest Festival.
Well, I'll do more than that. I'll tell you a lot about lanterns.
Hook it up.
All right. Well, generally, it's a source of illumination, and you look it up. So lanterns, it's a 2 to 4 player game, and it takes, I don't know, about 20 to 30 minutes to play, or that's how long it took us, I think. Mainly because he was suffering from analysis paralysis in the middle of that, which is refreshing to see you once in a while actually suffer.
Give it crap, yeah.
Yeah. So in Lanterns, each of the players are basically trying to assemble the lanterns that they're going to put into the harvest ritual and like float them out onto the lake in an amazing display of beauty and illumination. And it's basically a tile placement game. Each player starts off with, I think, 3 tiles in their hand, and during their turn, they're going to place these tiles, and if the colors align, you're going to get a resource card, which are the lanterns. There's 7 different colors. You'll get one of the colors if you match it, and then it's also a 4-player game. So, however the tile that you lay down, whatever colors or orthogonally facing the other players, each of those players, including yourself, are going to get an additional resource card that matches the color of the side that's facing you. So generally, if you're the player who's laying the tile, and you match, you're going to be getting 2 cards a turn, and everyone else is going to be getting 1. And then as play progresses, you should be getting a card every turn, hopefully, assuming that they don't run out of the supply and you end up getting screwed, which can happen in the game. So now, where the resource cards come in, there's a bit of a set collection mechanic that goes on. So if you collect 1 of each of the 7, or if you collect 3 pairs, or if you collect 4 of a kind, during the middle point in your turn, you can trade in your whatever set you have and take a point tile, and these point tiles have basically diminishing returns as you get. So the first tile is worth usually 10 or 9 or 8 points or something like that, and then subsequent tile might be worth the same amount, but usually it starts diminishing pretty quickly and goes all the way down. When the piles run out, then you're limited to getting like a 4-point tile or something. So basically, and also on the tiles, sometimes there's a symbol in the center of it, and if you happen to match that tile up, and then you're also going to get a wooden disc, and at the very beginning of your turn, if you have 2 wooden discs, you can trade them in, and along with one of your other lantern cards for any other color lantern cards to help you build that set. So these are really good to get, but they kind of come up randomly in the game. And basically, the game ends when everyone has laid out all of their tiles. And
then they get 1 extra turn.
And then there's 1 extra turn for everyone to make their final purchases of the victory point tiles. With that, Patrick, what would you say is your favorite thing about Lanterns?
My favorite thing about there's a lot to like about Lanterns, but my favorite thing is going to be that it's super simple to teach. In fact, I taught it on tabletop day here. It is super easy to learn, but as the game progresses, it gets really complex and adds layers and layers and layers of strategy. So whatever that is, I guess, complexity with a lot of depth is what I'm going to say is my favorite thing about Lanterns. And if you had to choose one thing...
kind of piggybacks on that. It's a great gateway game. Like you say, it's easy to teach and that. But my favorite thing about the game is I like the amount of skill to luck ratio in there. It's somewhere around like 70% strategy, 30% luck, I think. In that you've got the 3 tiles, you're trying to figure out how to best play them so that you get the most amount of cards, and then there's some card denial abilities because you're going to try to watch the supply and try to make sure that the other player, or not everyone's going to get the card, even get a card, and then you try to watch and see what they're going for and try to deny them, whichever pattern, whichever set that they're trying to go for, you're going to try to foil them a little bit. And as far as the randomness goes, you've got those the symbols on the cards, so they kind of come up every once in a while. That allows you to get that extra token, which if you get 2 of them, then that can really help you build your sets and stuff. So I think overall, it's a good mix of strategy to luck. But Patrick, what would you say is the thing that you like least about Lanterns?
Well, it's no secret that I like games that have a lot of depth and strategy and that have a ton of flavor. And this game to me seems like it's a little bit abstract. I know it's not. I mean, I realize that how the lanterns tie in, you want to make pretty designs, and I understand all that. But it's just like a little abstract for me. It doesn't diminish the fact that it's not a great game. I felt the same way about Patchwork. Patchwork is this incredible game that I just can't really sink my teeth into. So that's going to be my answer. Is it seems a little abstract. And if there's one thing that you have to choose,
I think the thing that I like least about Lanterns is it's got pretty solid mechanics and a pretty solid theme, both independently of each other. And when they were married together, I don't think there's necessarily a solid synergy between the two, meaning that you could kind of fit almost any theme on top of the mechanics, and I think it would also work.
so you don't think the marriage is consummated?
I don't know if I'd go that far, but anyways, Lanterns was already wildly successfully funded on Kickstarter. So go to the link below and you can get your copy.
I'm Patrick. This is Brian. Together we just got played. Thank you for watching. You know, you're really not supposed to be messing with fire at all anymore after the incident.
Yeah, I mean, especially fire and consummation doesn't mix. So,
Not again. Not anymore.
no, generally need ointments for those kind of burns.
What kind of production is this?